Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt!
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Musu. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. It's 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. Oh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Let's hump, everybody.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's hump day.
Hump day.
Oh, man.
It's hump
I
day.
hate this thing. Cooperate.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Dumb phone. Cooperate. Sorry.
Hump day.
All right, I'm back.
It's hump day.
Russ Mitchell in 12 minutes.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Get his thoughts on firing Brian Kelly.
Hump day.
Get his thoughts on who should be next.
It's hump day.
Get his thoughts on Week 9 in the SEC.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
We met Frank Wilson earlier today.
Hump day.
Coach Frank wants to run the damn ball.
It's hump day.
Love the mess out of me some Coach Frank.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
We had Sarah Barbershop here.
Hump day.
She covers the Rams.
It's hump day.
She was in London for their game over there.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
She ate fish and chips.
Hump day.
She had a pint at a pub.
It's hump day.
Sarah Barbershop.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Coach O wants to be the LSU coach again.
Hump day.
Not going to happen.
It's hump day.
Then again,
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
the governor at a press conference today definitively and defiantly said Scott Woodward will not hire the next coach.
Hump day.
You have a current athletic director who basically was fired without being fired.
It's hump day.
The world is laughing at us.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
What else is new?
Hump day.
I dropped my pen.
It's hump day.
Might want to pick that up. You need that.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Paul, you can take the camera off me while I bend over, Paulie.
Hump day.
Nobody needs to see my behind in the air, Paul.
It's hump day.
Clean it up, Paul.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I'm just kidding. I can't be mad at you.
Hump day.
I can be mad at Muse.
It's hump day.
That's okay.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Yes?
It doesn't matter what I say. You're going to be mad at me regardless.
You grabbed your microphone.
I don't think
That's
I
why
did.
I'm mad at you. You grabbed your mic. You're leaning over it. Say words.
It was away from me. I just hadn't moved it all the way back to the ball. I didn't touch it. I grabbed it when you bent down to get your pin.
Hey, Paulie.
It's hump day.
Yeah.
Someone grabs the microphone in the studio, pulls it close to them. What do you think that normally implicates?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It usually means they want to say something.
Got it. Thank you, Paul. You're hired.
It's hump day.
He already works here.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You get a raise.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's hump day.
How about that?
I like it.
All right. Let's grab a break. Russ will be here in about 10 minutes from right now. New Orleans Saints are preparing for their game against the Rams out in L.A. They're 14.5-point underdogs. But it was interesting because after Sunday's game, this will be the final game before the trade deadline, which is coming up on Tuesday at 3 o'clock Central. So when our show starts live Tuesday at 3 Central, that's the trade deadline. So we'll know if the Saints are moving any players. And we've heard some pretty common names mentioned. The receivers, Olave, Shaheed, Brandon Cooks has been mentioned as well. Guy who came here thinking he was joining Derek Carr, maybe a little bit better football team, clearly not the case. We've heard Pete Werner, Alontae Taylor, Carl Granderson, a lot of those names. But what's interesting is that Jeremy Fowler over at ESPN.com has a news and updates sort of thing over at ESPN.com. And one of the news and updates he has about players that could be traded at the end, he mentions New Orleans Saints offensive lineman Cesar Ruiz as a possible player that could be traded. He notes the sense is the Saints will at least listen to offers on certain players. Teams I've spoken to are under the impression that guard Cesar Ruiz might be available at the right price. Change feels inevitable for the Saints this offseason. So, I might be wrong. Muse, you're going to have to help me on this in case there might be like a rule or something that I missed. A lot happens. I'm one guy. I don't see everything. But for trades, if someone is going to trade for a player, they do have to give up something, right? Is that still a thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Got it. So, like, if someone was trading for Cesar Ruiz, they'd have to give the Saints something for Ruiz, right?
In return, correct, yes.
Got it. Like, why would anybody trade for Cesar Ruiz?
Veteran player along the offensive line.
I feel like Elon Musk buying Twitter was a better deal than trading for Cesar Ruiz. Asking Brian Kelly to be your partner in Dancing with the Stars is a better deal than trading for Cesar Ruiz. No? Okay.
No, that's...
Anything on that one?
Yeah, no, I like that one. I like that one a lot,
Can I get a rim
actually.
shot or anything?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a producer with 1,000 buttons.
I was
How about you hit
moving
one
to
of the
it.
1,000 buttons over there?
There's a lot of buttons.
Trading for Cesar Ruiz, it's like whoever green-lighted Godfather the musical.
That's a thing?
Has to be.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea at all.
Trading for Cesar Ruiz about a good idea is buying a timeshare on Epstein Island.
Oh, my God.
Are these hidden?
That was really good.
You like
that
these?
Was better. That was better than the Kelly Dancing with the Stars one.
Okay. Should I just stop?
No, you got any more?
And trading for Cesar Ruiz is like letting Diddy make your Costco run.
Goodness gracious.
You're going to get a lot of Vaseline.
You are.
It's going to happen.
Some baby oil. Be a lot of stuff there.
I mean, trading for Cesar Ruiz is like... it's like letting John Daly be your designated driver. It's a bad idea.
That's not a good plan, yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at Pro Football Focus. They have him graded out number 79. Among offensive guards, how many teams are there in the league?
32.
So that means how many starting offensive guards are there in the league?
Let's see. That'd be 2, 4, 54. No. Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm not, bro, math, and you put me on the spot.
32 times 2.
Yeah.
64.
64. I missed it by 10.
Jesus. There's 64 starters at guard in the National Football League. He's ranked number 79.
Yeah.
There are backups.
Yeah.
15 backups rated higher than Cesar Ruiz. Who in the hell is going to give the New Orleans Saints anything for Cesar Ruiz? Maybe the better question is, who in the hell signed Cesar Ruiz to a 4-year, $44 million extension? Oh, I know. The same guy that bought a timeshare on Epstein Island. Gum smacking Mick. Stay hot. I mean, all I know is this. I've done this job a long time. Jeremy Fowler reporting that Cesar Ruiz might be available at the right price. Cesar Ruiz's agent is doing work out there. I don't know who it is, but I know that is force-fed by somebody's agent to get his client's name amid all this stuff. My goodness. By the way, he's hurt. He's hurt. He ain't even available right now. Sheesh. Saints 14.5-point underdog at the Rams this weekend. We'll talk to Russ Mitchell next on AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. If you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Get Gordon, get it done. Yesterday, I was over at Gordon's office, the one on the I-10 service road on the west side of the interstate, kind of closer to the river, where the garage is. That's his new podcast studio. Man, that thing is fine. If you don't know it, Gordon built out a beautiful podcast studio. He calls it the garage because it was the garage in that office. They finished it, made it into a podcast studio, and he lets anybody use it for free. I mean, just you have to reserve time and all that sort of stuff at the website. Go to getgordon.com. And then you can see the garage and the times that you could reserve it. But they'll produce your podcast for you for free. Another way he gives back. You've been injured in an accident, you know what to do. Go to getgordon.com. Get Gordon and get it done.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Russ Mitchell.
Kicking the tires and lighting the fires. Russ! Literally.
Well, I'm proud of Russ. I think Russ deserves it.
It's football!
Rusty, come on up here.
Absolutely, I thought that was going to happen because it's state. It's supposed to happen.
You know, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you man to man, Russ.
How are things out there at DBU?
I want you to stay here and take care of things, Russ.
The only way you can point up is up.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room.
It's like Troy.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Put your foot on his throat and choke him out.
Take it, Russ.
How are you?
Kicking tires, lighting fires. So, what's new?
LSU fired their football coach and the offensive coordinator. And the governor at a press conference today said the athletic director will not hire the next coach, meaning there is impending change in leadership in the athletic department as well. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You know, I've already had one agent call me and ask me how much the if it's a public school, the governor is always involved at some level or nothing. They pick the president, but, well, not directly, but indirectly. And,
sure.
And I'm sure that's the case in Louisiana too. But, it's hard enough being a coach already in college football, let alone if some politician is the guy making decisions. So, I mean, they don't have the longest term decision at heart. Is that why this was so sudden? Because this feels really sudden.
No, I can say definitively that Jeff Landry had nothing to do with Brian Kelly being fired. But truthfully, Russ, and I don't want to go on a tangent, the Scott Woodward, Jeff Landry rift is not new, and this has been inevitable for a while. But let me just, so as not to deviate.
Well, let me just say something quickly, if I can. I just want to say Woodward is a pro. He's a pro's pro. LSU is lucky to have Woodward. So, I don't care what his politics are. I don't care what way if he's left or right. I don't care how he dresses. I don't care whether he puts his unit to the left or the right. I don't care. All I care is he a good athletic director, and he's proven himself to be amongst the best, and he's homegrown talent. So that would be a very imprudent decision.
I agree with you. A lot of people, though, impulsively just point to Jimbo's buyout, now Brian Kelly's buyout, and I'm quick to remind people all the time.
Jimbo's buyout wasn't Woodward.
Correct. I'm glad you said it so I didn't have to. It was Ross Bjork who signed him to the absurd extension after the COVID year.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, let's go to Brian Kelly's firing. LSU fires Brian Kelly, and your reaction is?
Well, it seems really sudden. Also, I didn't know we had that much money. Did I say we? Oh, I didn't know that LSU had that much money. I don't have that much money, so don't be calling me.
Oh, man.
I mean, I write checks, but I don't write checks like that. And, this sounds a lot like some 80-year-old billionaire who just said, I don't have time for this. But, I just want to say this. So this is a little bit of a tangent, but I ended up following a team. I had a company that I was involved with that opened up an office in England. So I said, we should get season tickets to a soccer team, a football team over there. And the cheapest team I could find, the cheapest tickets I could find were this team called Fulham, who weren't that good. And, I became a Fulham fan. And they had a coach named Roy Hodgson, who was really, really good at Fulham because he specialized as a coach in taking average talent and getting the most out of them, right? He could put together game plans that got the most out of all these average players, because that's all Fulham could get was average players. And I think now, looking back at Kelly's career, he didn't have top 10 recruiting classes all the time at Notre Dame. He didn't have them at Cincinnati. I think LSU always gets top talent, and they need a coach that can coach top talent. That's the only thing that I'll say about that as you look forward.
Do you want to well, then let's look at the remaining 4 games, and then we'll look forward at the next coach. We'll preview LSU Alabama next week, but I'm curious what your thought is of what this change, not only Brian Kelly, but also replacing Joe Sloan, the offensive coordinator, what this means for the next 4 games.
Well, I mean, it makes them far less important in terms of the outcome, because clearly there's going to be a change. There's going to be wholesale changes. It's going to affect more than just these 2 coaches that have already been replaced. So, and I think the single most important thing for LSU right now is not winning. It's not even how well the offensive line plays or what improvement you see. It's holding the players that you still want to hold, making sure they stay on board, and holding together the recruiting class that you have. Those are the 2 most important things right now that this program and its general manager have to make sure they do over the next 4 to 6 weeks, which means that, I think that the faster you can put together your head coaching hire, the better. Man. And I don't know if your top choice is necessarily in a hurry to make a decision.
Correct. But Russ, the other thing I'll tell you, man, is, one of the things I've said since Brian Kelly was fired, and everyone asks who's next, said, well, I can't answer that question until I know who's making the hire. Because if we're being very honest, it has been so abundantly clear that Jeff Landry was going to make this move with Scott Woodward. And I've said it in no uncertain terms. If Scott Woodward were making the hire, we know his MO. He was going to go spend $100 million.
Big elephant hunter.
Yes. He was going to go try to land Lane Kiffin or Dan Lanning or someone along those lines. But Russ, not knowing who's making this hire, and if they're trying to make a more prudent financial decision, you have to consider the possibility of, if Frank Wilson goes 3-1, 4-0, do they strongly consider hiring him full-time for the job? You also, by the way, would not have to buy, he would probably retain a lot of staff, so you wouldn't have to spend $10 to $12 million to buy out this staff.
I mean, I like Frank. I think he's a great coach, and but I mean, he wouldn't be in the top if he was coaching somewhere else. And I hear what you say about money, but he wouldn't be in the top 10 of the coaches that you'd consider for the job like this.
I'm not advocating for it, by the way.
I know you're not.
I'm just stating what is a very realistic possibility that has to be considered. We went through this with Ogeron. No one thought there was an ice cube chance in hell that guy was getting the job. And look at the path it led. Man, you just never say never in these coaching searches, man.
Yeah. I first of all, you guys are gonna have to spend a lot of money if you want to get a proven coach. If you want to get Dan or Lane, it's going to cost you. Yeah. That's what the market is. It's going to cost you $100 million.
Yes.
So you're going to have to sign some type of guaranteed contract. You can maybe get creative with the contracts and, find a coach who's willing to bet on himself. But look, and a lot of like guys, like think about great salesmen, really good established salespeople who have great connections in an industry, and you're trying to woo them away from another company. They'll bet on themselves. They'll say, yeah, I'll take more on commission if you're willing to give it to me, because they know they can do it. So, yeah. But then you're going to pay more. But you know what? I'm perfectly fine paying for success.
Yes.
Like I would have paid saving twice the money. Right?
Yeah.
I heard Craig James this morning talking about how much applications at SMU have gone up in the last 2 years since their football team has gone better. The football team is a marketing engine. So, I would pay Lane Kiffin $150 million over 10 years if he could bring what he's built at Ole Miss to LSU and have them basically in the championship, in the playoff every single year.
He hasn't made the playoff yet.
Well, he would at LSU. I really believe that.
Man, that's what we thought about Brian Kelly.
No, I didn't totally believe that. I thought it would happen in time, but I wasn't sure. And I mean, his record against ranked teams ended up being atrocious. By the way, as an LSU guy, and I'll say this, which I try not to, but
says the man with the white Tittle jersey in a frame behind him.
I know. But like I say, if a man gives you his jersey, you put it on the wall.
Not right behind you to where your camera can see it.
You
could have put anything on that wall, brother.
I turned the game off. I went back to it obviously and watched it a couple times, but I turned the game off at, what was it, 35-18?
Yeah.
And I never turned the game off. And I turned the game off. So I mean, I was done with. I think it feels really sudden, but I'm okay with moving on.
You get to make the hire. Money's no object. Who is it?
There's only one person I'd hire, and that'd be Lane Kiffin. At this point, if it was LSU back in 1997, then yeah, maybe I'd take a shot with, some up and comer like Nick Saban. I'd go out and look, but I don't have to. If I'm LSU, I don't have to do that anymore. I don't. Not right now, not after what Nick built and Les continued. Les gets a lot of grief, but Les deserves a lot of credit for maintaining that, and then what Coach O was able to achieve. And, you can go out there, and if you're willing to spend the money, get anybody basically that you want. It's a top 5 coaching hire, even in this day and age. So go get Lane. Spend the money. You told me I had
I did.
Yeah, well, if apparently LSU has this kind of money, because apparently they do, then yeah, I go to Lane with some ridiculously back-end loaded opportunity and say, listen, this is the state that has more talent per capita pretty much than anywhere in the world. I'll give you boosters that will create a strong NIL. Bayou Traditions is a good one. And I say, listen, back end load the contract. I'll pay you twice as much as the highest paid coach on wins. And I think he'd take it.
You think he would take that?
Yes, I do. Because also remember, Lane is an entertainer too, and, you can entertain at LSU. You're not entertaining anything in Oxford, man. There's no entertaining in Oxford. It's Oxford. You can entertain in Red Stick, but you got to keep the governor out of this crap, man. That's ridiculous. No one wants to work for him as a head football coach. Come on, man. Think about the Cowboys, right? Think about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones cares about making money. He cares about getting the value of his football team up to $8 billion. That's his primary goal. And he has been ridiculously successful at that, which is why they haven't won a Super Bowl since the last time A&M beat LSU in Red Stick.
Oh.
Right?
That's fair. All right. It's after further review. We'll knock out a quick break. We're brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. We'll continue with Russ, preview the games this weekend. Stay here.
AFR.
Speaking of Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, hey, I love telling you about hormone replacement therapy. Of course, they do ED treatments as well. Right there on Drusilla Lane in Baton Rouge. It's part of the whole entity. There's 3 different groups, all the same company, but 3 different groups. There's Goodwood, which is the men's clinic. There's Unique Physique, which are the GLP-1s, right? Semaglutide, tirzepatide, the weight loss shots. And then there's Unique Aesthetics and Wellness. That's the aesthetics clinic. By the way, $8 unit Botox. Brotox for the gents. And guys, tell your girlfriend, wife, fiance, significant other, $8 unit Botox. There's no catch. That's not like an introductory offer. That's all the time, $8 unit Botox. You will literally never find a price cheaper than that. People wonder, how is that even possible? It's the hook. They're going to get you in, and you're going to see all the other amazing stuff that they do at Unique Aesthetics and Wellness. All there on Drusilla in the same facility. Great place. You want to look and feel your best, they can help. Visit them online at yourgoodwood.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, rolling along. Russ Mitchell's with us. He's on Twitter at Russ Mitchell CFB. Spent the first segment talking about Brian Kelly's firing. Obviously, what's next? Said Russ, open checkbook, pick anybody, pick Lane Kiffin. If you don't have an open checkbook and you have to go more on the cheap, who would it be?
The only checkbook I care about is yours and the steak that I'm going to order at the supper club. So that I've been looking at that. What was that special Japanese meat thing?
Yeah, that would be the Japanese, the Omi beef, OHMI, the Omi beef. That's the one that they would feed to the samurai because they said it had special powers. It's the one preferred by the Emperor of Japan.
Yes, the Emperor of Japan.
That's it?
I think that's appropriate for me. So there we go.
I'm not worried about what steak you're going to order. I'm worried about you getting the wine list. That's what I'm worried about. You can order 2 of whatever steak you want. I don't care. I've had dinner with you when you've called the sommelier over, and then there's these long conversations about things I can't pronounce, and that's what I have a problem.
Don't give away
that's
my
what I have a
secret.
problem with.
That's gonna leave a mark. Get your wife ready ahead of time.
She don't need to know about it. It's fine. It's fine. Russ and I had a bet on the Vanderbilt game. Straight up. LSU, he had Vanderbilt, I had LSU, dinner at Supper Club, loser pays. So I'm thrilled to lose the bet. I mean, I'm thrilled to go to Supper Club with my friends. It's the best restaurant in town. Best restaurant, one of the best restaurants you'll eat at anywhere. By the way, I did text with, I'm deviating here, but just because that jogged my memory, I was texting earlier with Chef Layton, and I got to find this text now. No, this was literally today at 11:01 a.m. He said, "Hey, Matt, we have stone crabs back in, jumbo size, super fresh. We buy from the fishermen. They were in the water yesterday." Bro. Stone crabs that were in the water yesterday. They got them now at Supper Club. Bro. I mean, it's just, ain't nothing like it. Nothing like it.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
SupperClubBTR.com for your reservation.
I made that bet because I didn't have any faith in LSU's offensive line, and I mean that was the key in the Texas A&M game.
That was the key in the A&M game. That was not.
They didn't allow a single sack. A&M's offensive line didn't allow a single sack. Meanwhile, our LSU's offensive line allowed 7. I don't know how many tackles for loss. 700.
11.
Tigers only averaged 2 yards a carry.
What's because of sack? That's sack yardage, but yeah.
Just.
All right, let's get into this week's game. So speaking of Vanderbilt, by the way, is at Texas. Arch Manning, will he play, won't he? I mean, it's just 9th-ranked Vanderbilt going down to Austin. This was a close game last year. What's the key here?
You know, Texas is at home base for the last home game they had was September the 20th.
That's wild.
That's wild, man. I mean, a bye and the Red River rivalry. So a lot of people are talking about how Vandy struggles converting in the red zone. I don't think that's the key. The key to me in this game is the loggerheads is Vandy's run offense and Texas's run defense. Vandy's got the 3rd best rushing offense in the country in yards per carry, in large part because of Pavia, right? So, yeah. But it's still the 3rd best in yards per carry in the country. Meanwhile, Texas only allows 2.4 yards per carry. So on defense, and that's 3rd best in the nation. So you're talking about, in that specific area, 2 of the best teams in football. One of them has to give. So that's what it'll come down to. That's the identity of these 2 teams.
Who you got?
I have no faith in Texas.
Okay.
I don't care who's playing quarterback. Which Texas team is going to show up? How can you be sure? Meanwhile, Vandy's been consistent. They show up. They're a good team. They're a good team. I have Vandy winning on the road.
The other ranked matchup is Oklahoma at Tennessee. Vols are a 3.5-point favorite in this one. Pretty fascinating matchup there with sort of contrasting styles.
Boy, if Mateer doesn't get a lot of yards throwing, did you see how much Kentucky put up on Tennessee last week?
That's the worst pass defense in the league, or second? Is it Arkansas or Tennessee?
Worst.
Okay.
Worst. I mean, if Mateer doesn't light up this defense, this is his opportunity, right? So him and Arbuckle. So Oklahoma, the thing you're watching in this game is red zone. Oklahoma's red zone offense is elite. They have to be elite. Going on the road to Knox Vegas to play in this game. It's the best red zone offense in the SEC. And Tennessee's red zone defense is abysmal. I think it's the worst in the SEC in keeping teams out of the end zone. So that's what you're watching. OU has to be effective in the red zone. If they are, they win this game. Another road team, by the way.
Okay. Ole Miss, South Carolina they just blew it last week against Alabama. It was disgusting. Now they got to go on the road. Number 7, Ole Miss. Rebs, maybe a letdown spot here?
No. I mean, it was interesting because we talked about the OU game. I mean, how good was the OU defense? They really hadn't played a great defense all season. I think Michigan, right? The best offense, they hadn't played a good offense the whole season. And Ole Miss came in and put up, nearly 500 yards of offense. So maybe they're not actually that good. Ole Miss right now ranks 10th best in the country in offense. Carolina, if you've watched their defense, not that good. I think they're like 127th in the nation. in offense, 127th in the nation in total offense. Yeah. They're not going to be able to keep up with this dynamic Lane Kiffin offense. So I like, I don't know what the spread is in this, but I think 15-18. I like Ole Miss to win big.
12 and a half. Ole Miss.
Yeah, I'd be really comfortable laying those points.
Anything, a pillow fight with Mississippi State and Arkansas, two teams that just can't seem to find a way to win games. They've been close, but just can't seem to finish. Man, State blowing that game against Texas was just disgusting. But I feel so bad. I feel so bad for State.
Gut wrenching, you know. I mean, 17
same with South
straight.
Carolina. I mean,
yeah, I South Carolina too. I mean, just hold on to the ball. You have to know. Well, again, this is immaturity, right? With Sellers, you know that they're going to be trying to take the ball from you. There's no time left on the clock. State, if you're forced to watch this game against Arkansas's pass defense is the second worst in the conference. State actually has been putting up a lot of chunks throwing the ball. So you're watching, can they do that on the road against Arkansas? And if they can, they win. This is another road team. I think State finally keeps it together after two tough losses, Florida and Texas, and beats Arkansas on the road.
Okay. I think Hugh Freeze, it sounds like, is coaching for his job this weekend against Kentucky. Kentucky at Auburn isn't interesting, but Auburn is a double-digit favorite at home against Kentucky. If they lose this, it feels like that's it for Freeze.
Yeah, I mean, they really want to go out on the market right now with LSU and Penn State and Florida all looking for coaches.
What do you do?
I don't know. I mean, they've been close. They've played their games tight. Obviously, they expect to do a little bit better, and their pass defense has really struggled. That's what you're watching in this game. If you're up late, you know, Auburn's the run defense is good. Their pass defense has really struggled. And we just saw Kentucky against a bad pass defense, Tennessee, last week. 330, was it? I mean, they put up a ton of yards throwing the ball. So if Kentucky can throw the ball on the Plains, then maybe you're right. Maybe Freeze loses his job, but I like Auburn at home in this game.
We'll talk next week. We'll be previewing LSU and Alabama. Game 1 under Frank Wilson, man. I'll be in. Oh, we didn't talk about the cocktail party. I forgot to ask you about Florida, Georgia. Billy Gonzalez, you excited to see that?
Yes, I'm always excited to watch the cocktail party.
It's a beautiful uniform game. When both teams go with their home uniforms, it is, it's a good looking game. It's aesthetically pleasing on television.
Well, I expect that Florida will fill half their stadium because, again, it's as much an event as it is a football game. I wish these teams, at the end of the day, Florida can't convert on third down. They can't stay on the field. They have the worst they're worst in the conference converting on third down. Meanwhile, conversely, Georgia's the best in the conference holding onto the ball because they run effectively on 60% of their plays, in large part thanks to Gunnar Stockton. So I think Georgia holds on. What's the spread in this game?
7.5.
Yeah, I'd feel comfortable laying those points too. I think Georgia holds on to the ball for most of this game, even in a rivalry game, and wins handily.
All right, come to Baton Rouge so we can go to Supper Club.
Looking forward to it, brother.
All right, that's Russ Mitchell. Thank you.
Later.
Brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, together we roar. You want to learn more about that championship health partnership, you can do so at ololrmc.com/LSU. ololrmc.com/LSU. I want you to think, whenever you think LSU, think Our Lady of the Lake. When you think Our Lady of the Lake, think LSU. They've made such an enormous commitment, not only through all of their health services as the championship health partner, but also just a massive financial commitment with their pairing with LSU through NIL deals, through agreeing to be the naming rights partner of the new basketball arena. It's Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. ololrmc.com/LSU. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, together we roar. All right, it's after further review, y'all. Glad you're hanging out. We'll knock out a quick break. and come back, wrap up the show. Jimmy will be here for Otter Locks. What a night for the Otter Lass. Oh, my God. I tell you, Muse, you go fade the bet. You fade the worst player on the planet, and it's gonna pay. It's gonna pay off. I mean, just take the under on everything Ohtani. He's the worst player on the planet. Just take the under.
Got that one in right under the. Still counts. No, I mean it counts.
You cashed the ticket.
You did.
You're all right. Otter Locks next.
AFR.
Y'all check out our friends over at Glow Resources, complete employer solutions. I'm not talking to you if you're looking for a job. I don't mean that to be crass. That's just not what they do. Glow Resources is not a temp staffing agency. So if you're looking for a job, don't call Glow Resources. They will find you. See, who Glow Resources wants to talk to is you, the business owner, you, the HR manager, the hiring manager, the operations manager, the person in charge for finding the right people in the business to maximize the business. Look, we're going right now through Q4. If you're starting the budget process, I had a budget meeting today for LouisianaSports.net for 2026. If you're going through that budget process right now and you're thinking about you're going to be hiring in 2026 to make your business more efficient, you need to call Glow Resources. They specialize in everything. Office administration, if you need executive level assistants, assistant controllers, plant managers, scheduling assistants, basically any type of office job, their professional placement division can help at Glow Resources. GLO, glowresources.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. One thing left to do, find out what we're betting on tonight. It's time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
My goodness gracious. My goodness great. Kennesaw State, minus 11.5. Blue Jays on the money line. Under Ohtani on everything. I mean, what a night for the Otter. What do you do for an encore? Let's find out. A perfect night for Jimmy Ott, who successfully faded the worst player in baseball, Shohei Ohtani, and cleaned up. Otter, how are you?
Great.
I bet you are. What a night. Congrats.
Oh, little luck. Just a little on all fronts. But anyway, we will take it.
It evens out. We'll take it. Darn right we will.
The money line was a nice one. So, I mean, just compromised a little bit. That's all it was. That ball wasn't biting nearly as much for Ohtani last night. Man, Toronto's tough. It scares me a little bit with this number, but this is kind of a must-win for. I mean, it's easy to say. It's baseball. Anybody could win 2 in a row, but the winner tonight is sitting so pretty. So, I mean, they can't go to Toronto needing both of them. Snell, he was kind of, remember, he had that long layoff after they swept the Brewers, and then they had to wait for the start of the World Series. I think he'll be a little bit more in tune today. He had been really on top of things. So I'm going to take the Dodgers minus 1 run. It's not 1.5 at home, but minus 1 run. I think it's about $1.55, 57.
It's actually now at $1.40. $1.49.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
so a little less juice.
Good. So, and some midweek football. The Blue Raiders, Middle Tennessee State from Murfreesboro. Well, they lost like 5 in a row, but they're getting better. So we'll take them plus a 3.5.
It's 4 now, by the way.
Oh,
there you go.
You know how this works.
Don't be a moron.
Bet more on it.
Bet more on it. There we go. And by the way, that's the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, not the Delaware Blue Hens. I forbid you from ever betting on them again.
This is the team that backdoored the Blue Hens last week, midweek. Blue Raiders out with the Blue Hens, in with the Blue Raiders.
The Dodgers minus the 1 run, so by the half a run there, so minus 1. And then college football, Middle Tennessee and Florida International, couple of dogs. Where are you tomorrow?
We are at Rocco's New Orleans style po' boys on Drusilla. Yeah,
my God.
Mike will be with us tomorrow over at Rocco's. So can't wait to get into one of them oyster po' boys at lunch tomorrow.
Heck yeah, man. That's actually not far from Goodwood and Sexual Wellness, right down the street on Drusilla from where you guys will be tomorrow. Great spot over there, man. Go see Rocco and the gang and Mike and the gang over at Rocco's on Drusilla tomorrow. Thank you, Otter.
All right, good luck.
All right, man. Same to you. Again, Jimmy's got the Dodgers -1 run, and then Middle Tennessee and Florida International tonight with the points. Brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, door, siding. Oh, yeah, they do shutters as well. Jimmy's a Relief Windows customer. Probably should have had Jimmy mention that because he lives in one of those neighborhoods, and a lot of you do, where your HOA requires wood windows. The problem with that can be you install wood windows, and in South Louisiana, with all the heat, the humidity, how wet it is, those windows rot. I mean, you're replacing those windows every 4, 5, 6 years. Not with Relief Windows. Their wood windows come from composite, lifetime warranty on wood windows. Not a punchline. So you do it once, you're done forever. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, door, siding. Oh, yeah, they do shutters as well. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. All right, y'all, it's going to do it for us. Hey, if you missed anything, AFR On Demand presented by Breck Golf. Book your tee time, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. Do me a favor, please check out the Locked On LSU podcast as well. Great time to subscribe on your favorite podcast app. It's Locked On LSU. I do that every day. Muse Pauly, thanks. See you tomorrow at 3.
After further review.
Arco Power Systems, Arco.com, Arco.com, Arco.com. Which one do we like better? Do we like Arco Polo or Arco.com?
I liked the ARCCO. ARCCO.
I forgot. I did that
I
one
like
too.
that one. I think that's the
I got
best.
all these mnemonic devices to make you remember it. So we go ARCCO, ARCC. They're going to be so mad. I'm just kidding. They're great. Arco Power Systems. In all seriousness, though, Arco is it's an amazing company that they've built over there. Home base is Baton Rouge on Airline Highway. This is industrial generator power, by the way. So you need a generator for your business. Power goes out. You need a generator to run your business. Arco. Home base is Airline in Baton Rouge. Y'all, they've got office in Little Rock, Mobile, San Antonio, Houston, Austin, Dallas, everywhere in between. Whatever size business or industrial facility you run, you need a generator, you need Arco Power Systems. ARCCO, Arco.com.